people loved Alex. Like he was just one of those kids that like he had the charm. Like he, you know, that was Alex. And he has so many friends. I had no idea what he was struggling with. And like I said, I saw him every single day.
So
We
how did
talked every single day.
how did you handle that? How did you handle that? Like, I'm sure you second guessed yourself. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming. Maybe
As
because
far as
that's what I would have done.
in terms of what you mean of
Like,
like
why didn't I see it? Or how could I have, like, what did I miss? But
there were certain things that I look back on, little conversations that we had,
yeah.
that when I look back now, I'm like, this makes sense. You know what I mean? Like in a way, because it's like you kind of see, you don't see it in the moment because we're all
Right.
so preoccupied
Right.
with our lives. Like I remember my first year of law school. This was right before Alex passed. Alex passed in February of 2020. I started August 19 in law school, so it was my first year, going into my second semester, and you know I look back at some of the stuff that, like he would come and we would talk, and I would be so busy with
Yeah.
stuff that I had going on in my life. And I'm like, man, I wish I would have made an extra 5 minutes to just stand there and talk to him for an extra 5 minutes. You constantly have that battle with yourself. I think that's part of the
Yes.
trauma
Yeah.
is what did I miss? What could I have done differently? What could I have, um, I beat myself up about that for a long time. So,
How did you learn to stop beating yourself up?
um, there's an individual that I've worked for the past couple of years. He's an attorney. He's a criminal defense attorney here in Gwinnett. His name's Lawrence Lewis. Um, he really, I was working with him at the time that I lost my younger brother, and he really stepped in the shoes of a mentor, and then after my dad passed, into like a secondary father figure to me.
Yeah.
And he really explained some things that I couldn't even comprehend at the time, as far as like things that I could be doing to try and better my life at this moment. How can I process this grief without just kind of shrugging it under the rug? How can I process this grief in a constructive way versus doing abusive things like going out and drinking, or
Hmm.
breaking the law, or driving drunk, things like that, because those are all things that happen to people.